Evening, boys and girls. Welcome to today. And what a couple of weeks it's been. Blimey, the Queen is dead, long live the King and all that jazz. I mean, what a couple of weeks. Anyway, obviously, as you know, didn't do any upload last week. 3 days off with Bert. So let's get all the boring stuff out of the way first. Alright? Well, most of this is boring, let's be honest. I currently weigh 244 pounds. That is 17 stone 4 and 6 for those of you who speak in the old money. Roughly 244 pounds. Now, that's, what is it, about a £6 decrease over the last 2 weeks. About half a stone, roughly. So, yeah, not doing too bad, I don't think. I'm basically reducing my calories, if anybody's curious. I mean, I'm not really stopping eating what I usually eat. I'm just decreasing what I usually eat. For example, these are the prawn crackers. If you don't believe me, look, prawn crackers, alright? From last night's Chinese takeaway. So yes, I'm taking all of this dieting really seriously. But no, basically, I've been watching, what's his face, James Smith, personal trainer, I think that's his name. He's been popping up in my Facebook feed and I've kind of subscribed to his channel, all this kind of stuff. And I've been watching him because he's funny. If you haven't heard James Smith, PT, go and find him. He is hysterical. He is effectively the Gordon Ramsay of personal training. He's brilliant. But the thing he points out, and it's absolutely accurate, is unless you're an athlete, you know, top 1% style thing, if you're down the gym, if you're exercising, all that kind of stuff, you're only really going to burn about 100 to 200 calories in that session. It's like not even 10% of your daily calorie burn that you would burn if you're just sitting on the sofa watching baseball, football, or whatever the hell it is you are into. Excuse me. And the only way to burn fat, really, is a calorie deficit. Now, you don't want to starve yourself. You know, you don't want to go for days without any food. But what you want to do is you kind of, for example, I'm an annoying height. I'm 5'11" and a half. Why I chose not to grow that other half an inch, I don't have a bloody clue. Would have been easier if I was 6 foot. But I'm 5'11" and a half. Stupid bloody measurement. Anyway, when I began this, I was roughly 18 stone. 18 stone is 252 pounds. I was not quite 18 stone, so I said 250 pounds. Okay? Now, that wasn't to help me or to make me feel better. That was just I was rounding it because it was point, yada, yada, yada. It was bollocks. Anyway, so, for my height, my age, and my weight, to maintain my weight, I require around 2,480 calories a day, roughly. Now, this is according to his calculator. There are other calculators you can find online, and they say varying things, but they're all around the same. God. Anyhow, if I want to lose weight, but not really have the kind of lethargic, I'm not eating enough, I don't want to get out of bed, I've got no power to do anything, yada yada yada, then what I'm looking at is about 2,140-ish calories. Now obviously that's every day, but you can average it out over a week, however you want to do it. So I have been aiming for around about that kind of thing. My first day of the week that's just gone, I was doing a night out run. So I'm plowing along. I don't eat breakfast. I never have. I did when I was a kid, but I just stopped when I was about 17, I suppose, 16, 17. And I just don't eat breakfast. So I got into work, had a drink, you know, some water and whatever, and did me day, did me run, parked up at Lim, Lim Popular 2000, yeah, what place are you? Anyway, I parked up at Lim, and I used the M&S store instead of going into the cafe or using the McDonald's or anything like that. and I got myself one of those prawn salady things, a bottle of water, and I think it was a bag of crisps. And I came in at around 1,200, 1,300 calories for the day. I've been under 2,000 calories for a couple of days, then I went over over my limit for a couple of days, but whatever. Over the course of 2 weeks, I've effectively lost half a stone. Now at some point, my body is going to plateau. I don't know when that's going to be. My body's going to get used to lower calories and the weight isn't going to drop off. And of course that is why you mix in a little bit of exercise, whether it's a static bike, doing some free weights, going for a walk, whatever, you mix things in. At the moment, for absolute clarity and transparency, I haven't actually been doing any exercises for the last 2 weeks, other than what I do at work, clambering in the trailer, obviously moving some pallets about, walking across the yard, just stuff that you do in your day-to-day as a truck driver. So I haven't actually been going on any walks, doing any free weights or using the static bike. I've still lost roughly half a stone. I think it's just over half a stone actually. I don't know if you want to do the conversion down wherever. So there you go. So for anybody who is like me, we're not keep fit freaks, we don't like gyms, loathe exercise, then as long as you stay in an average calorie deficit, you will lose weight. You will burn fat. And most of it happens when you are asleep. When you're going through your day-to-day, your body is pretty much existing on whatever you just munched. At night, it will burn, sorting yourself out when you're kind of resetting when you're asleep, or whatever the processes are. I don't bloody know. I'm not one of those physical trainer people. Can you tell? But anyway, there you go. That's the boring bit out of the way. So as you're aware, if you're coming along on this journey with me, keep yourself in a calorie deficit. There's loads of calorie calculators out there. Like I said, I've used the James Smith one off his website. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. Obviously, if you sign up for his courses, you're probably going to pay something. You know what I mean? But I've used that and I'm sticking to it. And can you tell any difference? No. This is the problem with a weight loss journey. Yeah, look, I'm still a big fat squishy bastard, right? Okay, I'm wearing me Freddibner takes down the eye of whatever his name is. But anyway, I'm still a fat squishy bastard. And this is where people start to get really, I don't know, disenfranchised with trying to lose weight, I suppose. I've done 2 weeks. I've been below my calories average over the course of each week. So obviously some days I'm over, some days I'm considerably under. It's up to you how you do it. I haven't really changed the kind of foods I'm eating. I've just changed the volumes of food I'm eating. I'll be honest, transparency. And of course you get 2 weeks in, you've lost some weight, you don't look any bloody different. Jeans are still a bit tight, you're still squishy, you do it another 2 weeks, you still feel the same, you still kind of look the same, you've lost a bit more weight, but you can't see it. Yeah? And that is where people get turned off of continuing to do it, because what's the point? You're losing weight, but you're not changing. It's not true. You are changing. It's just, you didn't become big, 40, 42, 44 inch waist, whatever you are. You didn't become that size overnight. I mean, when I was at school, I was a bit of a chunky kid. I won't lie, I was a bit big. My mum was a feeder. There you go. And then of course when I left school, got into agriculture, went to agriculture college, did various jobs on various farms. Very, very physical. I dropped down to a 32 inch waist. And I stayed 32 to 34 inch waist. Crikey. I didn't exceed 34 inch waist until I was in my 30s. And I think I hit the 40 inch waist. I'm about 42 at the moment. These are 40, little tight. 42 gives me a bit of breathing room. But again, it depends on where you buy your clothes from, doesn't it? You know, all the measurements are a bit iffy. God knows why. They're inches. Why can't they be uniform? An inch is an inch is an inch is an inch. You know what I mean? But I suppose I was 40-inch waist 3 years ago, I suppose I hit that about 3 years ago-ish. So it doesn't happen overnight. So going back down the sizes doesn't happen overnight. You've just got to stay at it. When you start doing this, one of the things this guy, James Smith, has an issue with is all these fad diets, whether it's keto, whether it's a Weight Watchers thing, whether it's a whatever the hell it is. Because when you go to do this is you forever. Okay? This isn't you for 6 months so you fit in a dress and everyone's a winner and you stay there, because you won't. Yeah, as you get older, metabolism slows down, it's easier to put on weight, so you have to monitor yourself forever. Right? Until it's nothing. So doing all these fad diets, yeah, you'll drop weight quick, but then you'll put it on quick, you'll go straight back up. That was a failed clip, wasn't it? So what I'm doing is effectively what I'm always going to do. It's got to be. And like I said, I'm going to follow this for at least a year, uploading as regularly as possible. Once, obviously, I do 5 on 3 off, as I've said in the previous upload. So it'll be as many times, like like once a week average. But of course, there's going to be times like last week where myself and Bert have the same days off, and we're off doing bits and bobs. It's that. But yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm up to. I think next time, if the weather allows, I might go for a bit of a waddle, and I'll take me little gyro-y, camera-y thing and see if I can set myself up and do something that's outside of the living room. If the weather is hammering it down, is horrible or whatever, then obviously that won't be the case. But if it's all right, if it's dry, then I'll probably hop in the car, go off somewhere, and the next one will be when I'm waddling about. But anyway, there you go. But what a bloody week. Christ. It's interesting. Seeing the changeover, seeing what happens, seeing the pomp and ceremony of it all. And people are like, oh, well, yeah, you're in mourning that. Yeah, I get that. I think everybody, whether you're a royalist or whether you're not, this woman's been on the throne, the Queen has been on the throne your entire life. There are very few people who are old enough to, have remembered a previous monarch. So whether you're a royalist or not, there is a significant change. But the way I look at it is, she was 96. She had a fantastic innings, a fantastic life, a big family. She achieved it, didn't she? Let's be honest. Whether she was born into royalty or not doesn't really matter if you're talking about financial status. I'm just talking, she achieved a goal. Yeah? That's our goal. Let's be honest. We're all aiming for it. It's why you keep him fit. It's why you monitoring what you eat. It's why you do what you do. And so you can't. I can't really be sad over it. Does that make sense? Because we've got a king now. Up the patriarchy. I did that to Bert. Really pissed her off. But that's me. But no, we've got a king now. It's new, it's different. It's what direction is it going to take, if any at all? Is there going to be any kind of significant impact? The money in my wallet is going to start changing. It's a whole new, different era. And it seems to be coinciding with, obviously, this change away, slow change, admittedly, but this change away from fossil fuels into a new technological era. So it's interesting, and I can't be sad because somebody who was 96 died. That's, it's a good life. You've seen her deteriorating since Philip died. She's lost a huge amount of weight. Now it's either going to have been like a broken heart syndrome, does happen, where the left ventricle starts to fail. That's effectively what broken heart syndrome is. I'm not going into that. I'm not a doctor, whatever. Or given how much weight she lost and how she was, bruising up in those final, obviously you saw them in the final photos. Given my family's track record with cancer, massive weight loss, easy to bruise, there's other things that can cause it, but let's be honest here. But there's never going to be the autopsy. It's never going to be released. You're never going to know. They don't do that with the royal family. They never have done. But whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, that was a hell of a couple of weeks. But it's interesting. I like seeing the change. I like seeing that. Lots of people get it wrong. They think I'm kind of stuck in the Stone Age. Yes, it's a laugh and a joke. I am not a technologically advanced person. I can barely use this GoPro, and for some bizarre reason, when I transfer these files onto my laptop and I put them in the folder, I know when they're in the list on the SD card, I assume that they're in order. They appear to be, so I number them. Yeah. Basically, I just select all, press 1, and then you get the little brackets thing as it numbers itself. When I move it and I put it on there, all of a sudden they're in a different order. So, why? What? I moved them all in one hit. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, What? So it confuses the crap out of me. This is basic editing stuff. I don't have great software. I mean, I don't have a microphone linked into that, giving me all the audio with a backlight and all this crap. I am not technologically advanced, but I'm not against the evolution of our species and obviously the technological advancements that come with that. Lots of people think I am. It's like back in the day when I had that thing against battery cars. Predominantly it was Tesla, I admit. But it wasn't so much because of the battery itself. Yes, the tech wasn't there, and it really still isn't. It's getting there, but it isn't yet. It was the build quality. Seriously, pretty much of any of them, not just Tesla, but of any electric car at the time. The battery packs failing, the drive motors failing, and this and that. And then, of course, you've got with newer car manufacturers, panel issues and paint issues and all that crap. And you're paying this massive premium for shit. It is like the poster child for consumerism. It's like all of these people rushing out, getting all of this new tech. If you think you can save this planet through increasing consumerism, you're thicker than a concrete driveway. Yeah? If that's what you genuinely believe, I've got a bridge in London that's for sale. DM me, I'll give you the details. But as the tech advances, I mean, obviously talking of solid state batteries, I'm still a big believer in hydrogen. I don't care. I'm not saying it's going to be here in 5 years or 10 years or even 20 years. Hydrogen is an inexhaustible fuel source. Yes, it can literally be found anywhere in the universe, on passing asteroids, on planets, anywhere that has ice, water, whatever, right? You can find it anywhere. So if the human race wants to explore space, what kind of fuel do you want to use? Yeah? The one that you're going to be able to find. Right? That's why I'm a believer in hydrogen. End of bloody story. But solid state batteries and newer battery tech, alternatives to the lithium batteries that we have these days, lithium ion batteries that we have these days, the charging times, the potential charging times. For anybody who's electric cars and shit, yes, I agree. All these touchscreen pieces of shit dashboards. Why? You break that touchscreen, you've basically written off the car. Yeah? Trucks, fucking trucks. What is it with HGV manufacturers? It is a working vehicle. right? People are going to sling their bag up into the cab. It's going to hit the side. It's going to hit the dash at some point. People are going to jump out of their seats, jump on the bunk. Their boot, their foot, whatever, the steel toe gap. He's going to conk the bleeding dash at some point. Deliberate or otherwise. When it is a little plastic button that costs about 5p, £2.50 to buy it, RRP, you smash the button, oh well, you pull it out, you put another one in, everyone's a winner. You conk that screen, you VOR'd the vehicle. You can't use anything. Mercedes, for example, the Actros is stupid. We've got some of them, right? There's bleeding mirrorless piles of shit. Anyway, and they are. Okay, they really are. Right? Mirrorless is just, why? What in fuck's name? Why? At night time, you can't see shit. Yeah? If the lines on that you're lining up to the docks or whatever are not absolutely gleamingly new, you can't see them. When you use docks, you get tram lines where the trailers have sat. Yeah, you can see where the wheels are rolling. So, as an experienced driver, you use those to line up with. You put your tyres in those tyre tracks, and guess what? You're on the fucking dock. Anyway, you can't see them in the mirrorless unless it's a brilliant sunny day. They're stupid. Anyway, we have a couple of the mirrorless piles of shit. On a standard Actros, the old ones I've been driving for years, you can go through the menu on the dash, on the steering wheel, couple of clicks from the speed, yeah, down one, you've got the ride height. Press OK, go to the left, lower it, raise it. Everyone's a fucking winner. You've got a button on the dash that you can push and it returns to ride height. So you can be doing this as you're driving around the yard, you lower your air suspension, you go under the trailer, everyone's a winner, you can raise it up, all the whistle bells. Right, simple, yeah? Can't do that in the new mirrorless one. No, there's a subcategory on the menu over it. Why? Doing my seagull impression. Why? Instead of mine. But it's just like, what's wrong with that? It worked. So if you crack that screen, you VOR the vehicle. It's like the new Defender. I've driven one. They are fantastic vehicles. They're well built, well designed. From what I understand, they're very good off-road. I didn't do any off-road in it. But the Defender is a commercial vehicle. The ones I used on the farm, and the ones I had with my ex before birth. If the dog was ill, or you got crap leak all over the interior, whatever it was, obviously in farming you can get. You open the door when you get back, get the pressure washer, and give it a wallop. It's done. I fucking dare you. I double dare you to pressure wash the interior of your new Defender. I fucking double dare you. It's a commercial bit. Why? I can kind of understand you on private cars with people who want to look like Ponzi's. Fine. But commercial bit. Why? Just fucking buttons. They're easy to change. They're going to get broken. It does my nut. Seriously. And it's got nothing to do with me not being tech savvy, because I can get my way through the menus and the sub-menus. It's relatively simple. It's just, if that screen fractures, if that, wire comes loose or whatever, you know what internal electrics are like on commercial vehicles, on any vehicle. They fail, right? That's it. It's off the road. If I snap a switch on the dash, on the motor, break one or whatever, I can still drive the fucking thing. Yeah? I can still use it. It's still commercially viable. I genuinely don't get it. I like tech that serves a purpose, that has a reason. This is tech for the sake of tech. Why? It doesn't improve anything. It makes it fucking worse. I don't get it. I can understand, adaptive cruise control. I can get that. Yeah. I can understand the emergency kind of braking feature, for example, if the truck driver's being a ponce and going, I'm the thick prick whilst driving along. The amount of truck drivers I see doing that, drives me nuts. I come alongside their cab and I see them doing that, I fucking hit my horn. Because they think I'm that, the traffic ninja, the police cab. It scares the shit out of them. But you're overtaking them. You can see them. You're overtaking them. They're sitting there. All of a sudden they start to do that into you. Away, do that. As soon as you get alongside the cab. Fucking prick. Prick. Yeah? So I can understand, the emergency, and slam on the brakes. Because of dickheads like that. But it's like I've seen some of those, the Audi Q, God knows what the fuck is. They've got these little stalks, a little kind of hexagonal thing, and yet fucking mirror camera. Why do you need mirror cameras on a car? What the fuck is that a blind spot of? Door mirror. They look like little Shreks, don't they? Goes past and it just reminds you of Shrek. It's like what the fuck? Why? Why? How many thousands of pounds is that optional extra? I'm genuinely curious. It just does my nuts. I understand your cars have evolved. They're slightly more comfortable. They've got more stuff in them for Bluetooth and cruise control and power steering and ABS and all that kind of stuff. And okay, reverse parking sensors, whatever. But you're starting to get into the realms of stupidity now. Oh well, we've come up with this idea for a tablet. So instead of actually moulding it into the dash, we're going to have a faceless dash with some holes in it for the wires, and we're just going to go bonk. There you go. I can understand Tesla because they're just a tech company. So having that dirty, great, big, bleeding, pointless fucking screen there, whatever. If you're a Tesla person, okay, whoop-de-woo. You can press a button and I'm driving on the surface of Mars. Look out the fucking windshield. No, you're not. Alright? You're just fucking not. But I can understand it. It's a tech company. Fine. Why are all the other manufacturers doing that? Mould it into that. MG, MG, the cheap knockoff MG, they mould theirs into the dash. Right? They're moulded. Right? So the dash goes round them. So it's lovely. Right? You've got the dash, you've got all the whistling bells, you've got all the design. Works. They are a cheap knockoff company and they can fucking do it.
Yeah, look, this is really difficult.
So what is it with BMW? The screen right fucking there. It's like, I've got to look over it to see where I'm going.
Right.
Bert hates her because she's a short ass. So the screen is literally a fucking blind spot.
And then I'm going across the Wells, okay? Right, okay, bye.
Just, why? Why is it this relentless fucking onslaught of pointless, meaningless fucking tech? At least have a purpose. Yeah? Switch brakes. Go online. That's £3. Lovely. Order it. Gets delivered. Put the switch out. Put the new switch in. Smash it. Look online. 5,000 watt. And that's the thing with all this new tech. It's not designed to last. I keep looking out the window. The guy across the road from me has a Land Rover Series 3 and the reg is a P, but at the other end. Okay, so it's got its 3 letters, its 3 numbers, and it's a P at the other end, alright? So that's what? 70s, I believe. Yeah? See him on his driveway. Starts, moves. Can you honestly see a 40-year-old fucking Tesla? Well, 50-year-old. Because I keep making myself younger. But, you know, really? This is the thing. We're saving the planet by making things last a shorter amount of time so that we have to consume more. How the fuck is that saving the planet? Consumerism multiplied. Am I missing something? They're just not made to. It's like all these bleeding. Oh, fucking hell, EcoBoost engines, 1 litre EcoBoost engine. Oh, she's got one a couple of doors down. My God, it's a piece of crap. Got like 40,000 miles on it. Knackered. You get under there and it's boop, 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 boop. On idle, you can watch the engine fucking doing that. Next time I'm doing something under there, I'm going to take some video of it. Because you can literally watch it, boom, 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 boom. Just on idle. The actual block itself. They're not built to last. They're not supposed to last. Why? What the fuck is the point? Oh well, you know, because new tech is, it's more environment friendly. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, fine, wonderful, epic, whatever the saying is. What about people on average or below average incomes? They do not buy new 40 grand cars. The electric MG, remember the rip-off MG, the cheap-ass piece of shit, right? With a 200 odd mile range, if you're lucky, downhill, right? 28 grand. The last brand new car I bought was 14,995. Yeah? It's a big fucking difference. People on average to below average incomes don't buy new cars. They buy second-hand cars. They have 20-year-old Jags sitting on the fucking driveway. If you're building vehicles that can't last, because whatever, the batteries, the hybrid, whatever, well, what are they going to drive? Oh, well, they have to use public transport. There isn't a bus or train that I can catch at 2 a.m. in a fucking morning that will take me from where I am to Stafford where I work. And there are millions of people like me. How's that going to work, man? Nuts. Yeah, okay, I'm relatively lucky. I own a house. So by the time the switchover comes on, the proper everything is just electrical, whatever, I've remortgaged, I'll pretty much only have the mortgage. I'll be able to afford one on finance, or two, one for Bert, right? So I'm relatively lucky, but what about the people who aren't? It's just, just build a fucking car, yeah? That's it. Simple, basic. I don't care if it's got a battery for fucking floor. I don't care if it's electric. I don't care. Just build it, fucking last. Well, it's a 1,000,000 mile battery. Okay, 1,000,000 mile battery. All the other component fucking parts aren't, though, are they? Numbnuts. Oh, well, you can take it out, you can put it in your house for the solar panels. Okay, so you do that once. Then what? Is all of your interior walls going to become fucking Tesla batteries or some shit? Yeah, I suppose. So what are you going to do then? Just fucking... There is literally, I think, what is that? Old P. So that's what, 70... I used to know them off the top of my head. So 83 is A. 76, I think. Is it 76? Yeah, that's 76. That's pretty fucking much 50 years old. It's 46 years old. And it still drives. It still goes up and down. preserving, you know, keeping them going, heritage, engineering, yeah. Well, it's not using any new resources. It's not having to have a mega factory built, taking up valuable land space. It doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to mine anything for the fucking thing. Obviously diesel, but, well, actually that one's a petrol. I think that's 2.3 petrol, I think it is. You know. I was looking at the Jag, because I need new seals. I've needed new seals ever since I've had the bloody thing. I'm keeping them going with, you know, by the grace and favour of the Lord. You know what I mean? And the gearbox is a bit, maybe an oil change will do it, maybe it will knacker it, but whatever. It's never been right on that car. But get the seals done, do a couple of bushes, get the gearbox sorted. That's, well, okay, if I get the gearbox fully rebuilt and get them to do bloody everything, that's like 3,700 quid. Get a replacement, decent recon gearbox, that's like 1,200 quid, fit it yourself. You can save money, you know what I mean. You can probably get it cheaper. Anyway, get that all done. That's going to be, for argument's sake, say another 3 grand. Right, just for argument's sake, say that's another 3 grand. Okay, seals all done, gearbox all done, maybe tighten up the bodywork a bit, you know what I mean. And there is absolutely no reason why that car wouldn't be able to do another 100,000 miles. None. The engine's fine. No? But no, throw it away, scrap it, get something new, that will last about a decade, maybe less, and then get something new again. And you I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's like we're driven to believe we're saving the planet by increasing the rate at which we use up our natural resources. Who came up with that? And who the fuck believes it? But anyway, there you go. So I've done the boring bit about me weight, and I've given you a rant as well. Win-win. You win-win. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. The next one, if I am out, you know, doing a bit of exercise, it will most likely just be that kind of thing. There won't be any rants or me sitting in the living room or any of that boring shit. So it'll probably be shorter. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.